Hi, everyone. I'm Tatiana Whitlock, National Director of Training for a Girl and a Gun Women's Shooting League. And joining me this evening is Jim Majoros of Victor's Legacy, one of our featured guest instructors at this year's RISE National Conference at Cameo Shooting Sports in Grand Junction, Colorado. Good evening, Jim. Thank you so much for joining me.
Good evening, Tatiana. It's a pleasure to be here, and
Would you?
I'm looking forward to working with the girls at National Conference.
Oh, and we're very excited to have you back. You have one of the sessions that everyone asks for. Oh my gosh, the requests we get for this every year is overwhelming. And again, we joke about this. You think we'd be tired of cleaning things, but we're just not. So before we get into the conference session, tell us a little bit about you and Victor's legacy and what kind of business you run.
Well, obviously, Tatiana introduced me as Jim Majoris, which is absolutely correct. Um, I've been in business in gunsmithing for 49 years. I started in 1972 at Cleveland Custom Gun. I was a 17-year-old, wet behind the ears high school graduate. Um, the master instructor that taught me was actually Parker Ackley's apprentice. And through the years, I was doing this after Cleveland Custom Gun Shop went out of business when Pete retired. I turned around and started doing this out of my basement in my garage. And the money wasn't that good, so I ended up working construction while I was doing this at home. When time to retire from construction, my wife wanted the garage back, the basement back, and said I needed to have a shop. So in 2012, I opened Victor's Legacy in our current location, where we do anything that has to do with guns. If it shoots, um, we fix it, repair it, restore it, reblue it, refinish it, decorate it. You name it, we do it.
Well, I already know all the things I want to send to you because that sounds fantastic. I've got a million projects that we could work on. So before I get my wish list into Santa for this Christmas to send you things, tell us a little bit about your conference sessions. What are the ladies joining you at conference this year going to expect? What should they bring? What should they know? Tell us.
Well, Robin and Juliana requested that I do a gun cleaning clinic for the ladies at Cameo. Um, Best thing they can bring is their usual cleaning supplies that they use, along with their firearms that they're using regularly. And I will go over everything that they have, explain how and some of the little ins and outs. I'm not too particular on what they bring for cleaning supplies as far as lubricants and cleaners. I will bring some stuff that I personally prefer, but I don't want to change a lot of the people's comfort zones. Basically, the only thing I really would discourage is seems to be a movement out there for people to use motor oil from cars like Mobile One to lubricate their guns, which I absolutely discourage. But if they want to continue using that, it helps make money for gunsmiths when we have to clean that junk out of their gun.
Oh, no. Okay, well, a word to the wise. Thank you, and noted. So, Jim, for people interested in learning more about you and about the work that you do and the services you offer at Victor's Legacy, how can they find you online?
They can find me at www.victorslegacy.com, and it's Victors with a K, VIKTORS legacy.com. Our Facebook page, Victor's Legacy, and also Instagram, Victor's Legacy, covers a lot of the Cerakote projects that we've done. We've also done a tremendous amount of Cerakote projects for a lot of the ladies at A Girl and a Gun. We've always provide gift certificates, and there's been quite a few that have returned those gift certificates along with their guns and had us do their work. Um, we started out doing Juliana's personal carry piece. She named it Persephone, the goddess of spring, because it was just we did it for her because we wanted to have something that stood out, and that was the one that made Rolling Stone magazine to our surprise.
Oh, wow. Well, we're going to have to get pictures of that up. Very cool. That's awesome. Well, thank you so much, Jim. We look forward to seeing you back at a Girl and a Gun National Conference. And thank you again for your continued support of the work that we do. We appreciate it.
Thank you, and I'm very much looking forward to it.